Welcome into another episode of Down South Ball Talk hosted by LT. I'm your host, LT, and on today's episode, we are strictly going to be talking NBA today, particularly the NBA Finals, the Spurs versus the Knicks, Game 4. If you watched last night's game, you know what happened. The Spurs blew a 29-point lead. We're going to get into all that and more right here on Down South Ball Talk. But before I do, I want to say thank you to each and every person who has been supporting the channel, who has subscribed, who has liked, who has commented on any video. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. If you will, please follow all of my social medias right here. You see them. They're right here at the bottom at Down South Ball Talk on all social medias except on X. It's at Down South BT. All right, man, let's go ahead and get into it. The Spurs lost last night 107-106 to the Knicks. The Knicks take a 3-1 lead in the finals. A 29-point lead gone. 29-point lead gone for the Spurs. They were up big in this game. They only scored, which this is crazy. They were up 29. They only scored 28 points in the second half, hence why they lost by 1 point, which was a crazy tip back by OG Anunoby, which will be played coming for years and years and years down the line, especially if the Knicks win this series. All right, let's go ahead and get to it. Where do we start? Where do we start with this? Well, let's start with the 29-point lead. I truly thought when they went up so big like that, Wembanyama was playing really good. They were shooting lights out from three. Let's go ahead and get into this statistic from three. First half, they shoot 14 for 26 in the first half. I'm like, man, they can't miss. Everybody's hitting the three. It was contagious on the team. So 14 for 26 from the three in the first half. Second half, what do you think they shot? 3 for 17. 3 for 17 in the second half. That's crazy. That is crazy. You only make 3 threes in the second half when you made 14 in the first. You're up 29 points. So we'll just start there. What else do I want to talk about? We'll get into OG Anunoby's tip and we'll get into the Knicks in a second. I want to talk about the Spurs because, again, we talk about the Southwest Division here, and the Spurs are in the Southwest Division, so that's who we're going to talk about. Let's just talk about Spurs right now. Let's get into it. Their youth showed. It showed. Up 29, you should close that out. I don't care I can't even wrap my brain around how they did not close this game out up 29. Yes, they are the second youngest team ever to be in the finals. I get that. But 29 points. And especially when the second best player, who I think is the second best player on the Knicks, he only shot the ball 5 times last night. 5 times. Yes, he did have a double-double, Karl Anthony Towns, but he only shot the ball 5 freaking times. Come on now, Spurs. Come on now. So as you can see, I don't understand it right now. As I'm looking at these statistics, as I watched the game, I didn't understand what was going on and while I was watching, other than a super collapse from a team. Because again, I give Knicks credit. They played defense, and they only held them to 28 points in the second half when they scored 70. What was that? 76, or was it 70? Yeah, 76 in the first half. Come on now. Let's be real here. That's insane to sit here and say that the Spurs lost Game 4 this morning. So we'll just keep it moving. We'll keep it moving for sure. Let's go ahead and get into Wemby. We'll talk Wemby, and we'll definitely talk D-Fox in a second. Wemby. You did everything you could, brother. And again, the first half, you were in their heads. You were definitely in their heads. But that second half, I don't know what was going on here, brother. I don't know what was going on here. 9 for 25. Again, and you had 24 points, just like with Jalen Brunson. If you're going to let Jalen Brunson shoot 31 shots and he had 37 points, you'll live with that. Just like with you tonight, 24 points on 9 for 25 shooting, 4 for 7 from the free throw, 2 from 8 from 3. If you don't go to the block, brother, you are 7-4 and something, and almost 7-5. Why are you shooting so many threes? Why are you shooting 8 threes? Why? I understand that you have guard like ball handling skills, all that, and Wemby is an anomaly, and it's going to be really scary once he muscles up. But you know who he needs to go to this summer and learn from? Al Jefferson. I believe if Wemby goes and gets some game from Al Jefferson, I understand you went to Hakeem, and I get it, but obviously it doesn't seem like you're doing anything Hakeem taught you. But to me, you need to go see Al Jefferson. Al Jefferson will help this kid. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. So Wemby last night, it wasn't all on your shoulders, but it kind of is because you are the best player on the team. It does fall on Wemby's shoulders at the end of the day, unfortunately. But do I think it was all his fault? No, I do not. We're going to get into whose fault I think it was, other than coaching. We'll talk about Mitch Johnson's coaching in a little bit as well. And shout out Mike Brown. We're not going to talk much of Mike Brown, but shout out Mike Brown. He did a damn good job with his coaching last night. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. To me, last night, D Fox, this one's on you, brother. This one is definitely on you more than anybody, more than coaching, more than Wembanyama, more than anybody. Lord Jesus, I don't understand it. I don't understand those boneheaded plays. Again, he went 6 for 16 from the field, 18 points. I don't think that's good either. 4 from 9 from 3, but again, they were all hitting from 3. I believe he hit 3 of them in the first half. So, I mean, I don't blame them for keep trying to shoot because they thought they were hot because of what they were doing in the first half. But again, you live by the 3, you die by the 3 in the NBA. So, I mean, D-Fox, and then those careless turnovers that you were doing. How many turnovers this man had? He had 4 turnovers, but again, they were costly. Very, very, very costly turnovers last night. I don't know what. And then second to last play, third to last play of the game because the Spurs had a chance to win it with that tip by Karl at the end. But the third to last play, when all you have to do is run the clock out. What are you thinking? And he said he thought that he could outrun him. He really thought he could outrun him. OG Anunoby's length got to you, sir. His length got to you and blocked you on that. You should have just ran the clock out. What are you thinking? Oh man, no, D Fox, man. Unfortunately, I was one that was saying don't bench him or anything, but you truly have to think about it, Coach Johnson. You have to think about it. And again, I don't think you do it. You don't need to mess with what's working that got you here. But man, you got this young rookie coming off the bench and gave you 21 last night. He's sparking it. You see what's going on. Now, granted, maybe he makes some more mistakes down the stretch as a rookie that D Fox wouldn't make. I could live with that with my rookie though. But D Fox, I can't live with a veteran doing what he did last night. I couldn't live with that. I couldn't live with that as a coach, man. Those were some really, really, really bad plays down the end. And that was some very bad tape and very bad film that he put on last night. So I bet when they watch film, either today or tomorrow, whenever they watch the film, it's going to be brutal for D Fox to watch that film of him. So, all right. We're going to keep talking Spurs. Let's keep talking Spurs before we go Knicks. Let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks, and then we'll sum it up. Cat, again, you won last night. So, again, everything is forgiven, but 5 shots last night ain't going to cut it, brother. You are arguably the second best player on the Knicks, and you only take 5 shots. Again, you got 3 quick fouls in the first half, and you had to sit down. I understand that. I get that. I really do. However, 12 shots in 2 games, unacceptable. Unacceptable. And again, Jalen Brunson went out his mind last night, and so did OG on offense and defense. He's a true 2-and-D guy. So, with that being said, Karl-Anthony Towns, he had a good game, double-double, give you a rebound. I get all that, but no. You want to see Karl-Anthony Towns take it to the next level, kind of what he was doing in Game 1. So, yeah, we'll just save it there for Cat, and I believe Cat can take it to the next level. So, let's give Knicks all the credit, man. They played defense. They did what they need to do in the second half to win this game by 1 point. And again, Jalen Brunson just went out the stratosphere and went out his mind once again, as we know he does, which he's won Clutch Player of the Year 2 years ago, so we know how he gets down. Whew. Oh, man. So, where else do I want to go? I done said a lot. Mitch Johnson, the coaching, man. I mean, they need some more depth on that bench. They need some more depth. They need to find a good backup for Wemby for next season. They have to. Cornette's not cutting it. And yes, you have 2 bigs on the bench in Plumlee and Biyombo, but really, you're gonna put Biyombo out there? Plumlee, really? No, you're not. You're not, unless you're getting blown out or you're blowing someone out. So they have to find a legit backup for Wemby next year, because when Wemby goes out, it's atrocious. And Luke Cornette is giving you nothing. I believe he played 5 minutes in donuts across the board. So you have to do something next year. You have to do something next year and get a really, really true backup for Wemby. All right, where do we go next game for the Spurs? Where do they go? Where do they go next game? Do you start Harper? Do you sit Fox? I don't know, man. I don't know, but I do know this. That Frost Bank Center is going to be electric. Them boys are going to come out on fire. And I'm expecting a blowout. I'm going to be honest. I'm expecting a blowout from the Spurs. And if they let the Knicks celebrate a championship on their floor, Wemby will never forget that, and the NBA will be in trouble. I mean, they're already in trouble. The NBA is already in trouble. Heck, the Southwest Division is in trouble, and that's who we cover here on Down South Ball Talk. Or not cover, I'm sorry. I don't want to say that word. We give insights of Southwest Division teams here on Ball Talk. So it's trouble for the NBA and definitely its division. I don't see the Spurs not winning the Southwest Division, barring injury from Wemby or other players for a long time. Long time. I'm just being honest. And I'm a Memphis Grizzlies fan. So I'm just keeping it a buck here. All right. So, I mean, I don't know what they do next. Hopefully next game, it's on Saturday. I mean, they do what they do again. They travel back to San Antonio probably tonight, or this morning or early this morning. But they got to do something. Mitch Johnson has to switch something up. I don't know. You're back against the wall. Why not start Harper? Why not? But I understand why you don't. And, again, you have the veteran Fox there. I get it. And Champagnie, you're not off the hook either, brother. 5 points, 1 for 7 from 3. That ain't going to cut it. They need you to at least, if the Spurs have any chance, they need Champagnie to at least hit 3 threes to the least. So that's not going to cut it either, man. I just want to say that. I mean, the whole team did not play that well. Carter Bryant, I mean, he came in and gave you some pretty good minutes, 5 minutes, 5 points. I mean, that really good dunk, that alley-oop in the first half, I get that. But, man, the Spurs down 3-1, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. I really thought they were going to win this game. They're in trouble now, though. Back is definitely against the wall. All right, let me know in the comments. What do you think about anything that I said? Do you think the Spurs will come back and win this series down 3-1? It's been done before. It's not impossible, and it's been done before in the finals. So do you think Wemby and his Spurs can come back? Do you think the coaching changes need to be made? Do you think Dylan Harper needs to start over De'Aaron Fox? Let me know in the comments. Let me know anything. All right. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Down South Ball Talk. Again, please follow all my socials. You see them here. They're all down here. Please. They're all at Down South Ball Talk on all social medias, except for on X at Down South BT. And please subscribe to the channel. Please like this video. I really, really appreciate it. Until next time, I hope you have a good evening.